Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. This is the part 3 of the web designing tutorials using HTML5 and CSS cascading style sheet 3. If you are a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe to get the latest updates. In my previous video, the last part of the tutorial, I have showed how to create a table with borders using CSS styles. Now let's continue the table styles using CSS3. Now let's continue the table styles. First one with the column span. Let's go to the HTML page. Notice in this HTML page, in the table element there is a TD tags. So let's add the column span for this TD tags. In the TD there is a property called call span is equals to 2. So what will happen here, when I add this property column span 2, the two columns will become one column for this TD. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. So notice here that this TD I have added the call span 2. This is a employee name is a column span 1 and the email is a call span 2. Now if you want to add the row span, so again we got the property for the TDs is 2. Save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. See here we got the row span for the email ID charan@gmail.com. So column span, so the call span attribute, we can span the columns with a value, and the row span, we can span the rows with this row span property with the given value. Now the next style, I want to remove this table cells border. Before that, let's delete this row span attribute and the column span also. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. Now notice in this table the cells which are the TD tags, I want to remove these borders. So for that I'm adding the style sheets. In the TD, let's add a new style for the TD border style column hidden. So let's save this file. Let's check the output. I'm reloading the browser. So notice here, now we don't have any borders for the table cells which are the TD tags. There is other way we can hide this TD border column 0 pixels. Let's save this file. Let's reload the browser. See, we got the same results. So we can use a table style hidden or border is equals to 0 pixels. Now let's continue the next style. In the table, notice I have the border. Now I want to add the rounded corners for this table. So I can go to CSS styles. I'm adding the table. I'm adding a new style for the table only, not for the TH or TDs. Border radius column 20 pixels. Save this file. When you add, this property gives a rounded corners for our table. So let's check the output. I'm reloading the browser. See here we got the rounded corners here. You can adjust the size radius also here. Now I'm adding 10 pixels. Save this file. I'm reloading the browser. So now we got a new output for the table with small rounded corners. As well as you can add the table headers also. So now what I'm doing, instead of adding the border radius here, I'm adding here. So I'm adding the border radius for the table, th table headers and table data also. Now I don't require this style. Save this file. We'll check the output. So now we got the rounded corners for the table also. Now the next style for the table, I want to add the height and width of the cells, which are the TDs. Switch back to the CSS styles. Let's remove this border is equals to 0 pixels. So let's check the output. Now we got the borders for the TDs also. Now let's add the height and width. Height of the TD I'm adding 25 pixels, and width column I'm adding 30 pixels. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. So notice here the TD cells is now the height and width are increased. But if you notice, the TD cells, the Charan, Jack and Vamsi is not aligned at the center of the cells. So if you want to align the text between the center of the cells, let's add the text align property is the center. Save this file. Now let's check the output. I'm reloading the browser. So now we got the text values, the data values are perfectly centered in the cells. Now the next style in this table will add some styles, the font style and font size of the table cells. The same TD, I'm adding the font size is 30 pixels, and the font family I'm adding Korea. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. And notice here we got the output. So let's add some height and width. So 50 pixels, and the width I'm adding 60 pixels. Save this file. Reload the browser. And notice the font style and the font size is added to our TD cells. Let's continue the next style for this table. We'll add some background color for the table rows and columns. First we'll add a new color, background color for this table header. TH, the table element TH, the background color I'm adding cyan. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. See the output, the color cyan is added to the table header. And now my aim is I want to add the alternate colors for this table rows. So and the color also, the text is red. I want to display the table headers, the text color is red. And now let's implement the alternate colors for the table rows. The alternate colors, nth child I'm adding R. The background color is green, and the color, the text color, I want to add the white. TD and the child even background color is blue. It's not blue. We'll add some other different color is orange. We'll add the orange and color black. Now let's check the output. Save this file. I'm reloading the browser. So here the colors are added, the alternate colors are added to this table columns. Now I want to add the alternate colors for this table rows. So instead of TD, I'm adding TR, and this one also TR. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. See now here. See here we got a new output. The added the alternate colors for this table. Now the next we'll check how to add the images to the table. Switch to the HTML page. In the table I'm adding a new column TH, and the table header is a profile picture, and TR. The first TD is the image. So when we want to add images using HTML, there is a tag called image src, which is the source. We need to add the URL of the image. So for this demo purpose, I'm adding the image from my desktop execute logo. Just copy this one, which is a JPEG file .jpg. Here is one important: when you add the images, the URL, you must give the perfect path, exact path here. But here I have given only the image name. The reason, my HTML page, CSS page, and this image also, both these three files are on the desktop only. So I'm not giving the full path of this image, just I'm giving the image name. Let's add the same image, copy this one to all the three rows. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser, and here we got the output of the table with the image. So let's add the height and width of this image. Before that, there is one more important property. We need to add the alt tag. Not here, after the colon, alt tag. You need to specify some name for this image. Execute app. This alt attribute is very important. So make sure whenever you add the image, add this alt attribute. So when you add this alt tag, the search engine optimization crawls this image very fast. Let's copy this one. We forgot to close the image tag column here. So now let's copy this one, add to all the images. The image source, if you added the wrong path, for example the execute app -logo, I'm adding the wrong file name. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. So if you notice, the first column, the image is not showing, but it's showing the alternate text of this image. So make sure always add this alternate attribute whenever you add the image tags. Now let's save this file. Now let's add the height and width in this CSS file. The img, which is a HTML element, the height column, I'm adding 60 pixels, and width of the image is 80 pixels. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. and here we got a new output with the image height and width. If you notice, this image is not exactly aligned, so let's align this image. There is a property called vertical align for the images. Make it bottom. And notice here I have added the bottom. The reason, the image is at the top, so when I add the bottom, it will adjust the image at the center of this cell. And let's add the rounded corners for this image. Border radius 10 pixels. Save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser again, and see here we got the image is aligned properly, and we got some rounded corners to this image. Let's add some more 20, and the height and width I'm adding 30 and 50. Let's save this file. See here, now the images are very small with rounded corners. After adding the images to our table, now let's add the videos to this table. To the HTML page. Now what I'm doing, I'm adding another th video files is the table header of this column. I'm adding another td for the first column. In this td, I'm adding the video tag, video, which is a HTML element. And in this video, there is a sub tag called source. Source tag, source is equals to, here the source is, we have to add the video file name. Just like how we add the image file name here, the same thing we have to add the video file name in this source. So let's minimize. This is a video file mp4. Let's copy this one, the file name here, the source mp4, and the second property, I'm adding the type of the video, video //mp4. Let's add the height and width for this video. Height is equals to 200 pixels and width 200 pixels. So let's add the same video files to the second row. Not this, after the image we have to add. And for the third row. So now let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser, and here we got a new output. Notice the second column is a video files which we have added the header name, and below that there is a video files. But notice there is no any controls for this video. So to get the controls for this video, there is a property called in the video. Let's add the controls. Let's copy this one and paste here, and for the first video also. That's it. Let's save this file. we'll check the output. So now we got all the controls. You can play, you can mute the video, and you can pause the video. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. That's it.